relations between the United Arab Emirates and Kenya are very cordial, and we do a lot of trade. As we speak today, the UAE is the fifth largest exporter of goods to Kenya, and the UAE is number 2 in terms of our imports. So we have very cordial relations. We have diplomatic representation in both countries. Again, we enjoy very good arrangements on matters of security and defense. We are having very good cooperation in terms of combating terrorism and making sure that our young people are not radicalized. And that is why our school meals program is very important for us, because when these children don't go to school, they become easy prey to be recruited into terrorism groups and radicalization. So I want to say that again, you are here for the Africa Climate Summit, and I think for you it's very, very important.
Of course.
So you have a lot of lessons to learn as you host COP28, and we wish you well, and you'll be very successful. We will be represented at the highest level of government. President William RUTO will be part of COP28. Again, I had waited for you to come to the Masai Mara, and I think your schedule became a little bit tight. That invitation is still open. When you come to Kenya again, we want to invite you to come and sample our tourism, because we like the people of the United Arab Emirates to make Kenya a tourism destination. We have exotic wildlife, the big 5, the wild beast migration, and I really want you to come to the Mara so that you can become a tourism ambassador in the United Arab Emirates.
Of course, as Minister of Climate Change, this year is a special year.
Yes.
And having these discussions here in Africa, I believe, is essential, because we need the voice of the global south to be much more prominent in the climate, because you are doing the least when it comes to the emissions, but you're impacted the most. And as you may know, there's a big number of UAE delegation coming in also, I guess, tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow as well.
Tomorrow.
So yes. So you're going to see a large number of us here, and this is really to showcase that we are beside you as brothers and sisters. We really want to make sure that the COP28 is a COP for Africa, with Africa.
Right.
And I think His Excellency Dr. Sultan Al-Jaber, whom you've probably also seen in the last few weeks, he's really been focusing on coming to this part of the world and making sure to hear what it is that's needed. And of course the finance is the biggest part that needs to be unlocked. And he's working on quite a few things on that field. So hopefully
We have just come out of the worst drought in 40 years after 5 failed successful seasons. And as a result, millions of children are out there not going to school. And we have tried, and it is working in areas where we have a school meals program. The enrollment in the school is very high, and the retention rate, the children stick in school. So we really want you to intercede for us with your government, to be our advocate and see whatever support you can give to this country in that program, and it's well laid out in the concept note that we sent through diplomatic channels. And we trust that in keeping to our tradition and friendship, the United Arab Emirates will hold our hand and assist us in that aspect. COP28, we have an African position that we can be able to appeal to the rest of the globe to look at Africa in a more sympathetic manner and to really appreciate the challenges that we are having because of climate change. And we'll be asking the world to hold our hand and work together with us so that we can be able to combat the negative effects of climate change for the purposes of humanity and to preserve the planet.
Yes.
Because at the rate we are going, if no serious interventions are made, the future doesn't look very bright.
Yes.
So this summit that you have come to attend, we want to thank you that you have come in person, is an eye-opener for the rest of the world, where we can showcase the African experience and the challenges that we are facing from the effects of climate change.